everyone, in this video I am going to talk about autosomal recessive disorders. As the name depicts, autosomal means the genes are located on autosomes, and recessive means they express the disorder when they are in their recessive form. Now, this is the largest category of Mendelian disorder, like a large number of Mendelian disorders come in this category. Now, the parents may or may not be affected, but they can be carrier. Now see, this is female and this is male. Now, as this is an autosomal recessive disorder, so both the alleles should be recessive to express that disorder. But in this case, there is one dominant allele. It means that they are not displaying the disorder, they are not displaying any signs and symptoms, but they are carriers. They can transmit this allele to their new ones and they can get the disorder. Now let's see what is the frequency of getting that disorder in the neonates. Now, according to Mendel's law, as we can see, there is 25% frequency of the new ones to get that recessive disorder if the parents are carriers, and this usually happens in cousin marriages. In consanguineous marriages, there can be 25% frequency of autosomal recessive disorders. Now, this expressed in homozygous state, as we have seen. Now, 25% will be affected, no sex influence, because they are present on autosomes, so their transmission is not affected by sex. Now, the other thing comes here, that here is complete penetrance. In autosomal dominant disorder, in my previous video, I have said that there can be incomplete penetrance, but in autosomal recessive disorder, there is complete penetrance. There is early onset, and there can be new mutations, but this is a rare condition. Enzyme synthesis is mostly affected, and here is no variable expressivity. As in autosomal dominant disorder, we have seen that there was variable expressivity, like the people were showing different phenotypes. But in this condition, there is like uniform expressivity. If the person is having autosomal recessive disorder and other person is having that same disorder, then their phenotypic and their sign symptoms will be alike. Enzyme synthesis are affected mostly in autosomal recessive disorders like cystic fibrosis. In cystic fibrosis, there is some defect in that gene that encodes for a channel that causes the in and out of water and salts. But in this condition, there is that faulty gene, so there is a problem in transport of salts and water. So there can be sticky production or sticky mucus production in our passageways, like in our respiratory passages. So this is a cystic fibrosis. But this disease I will explain in my coming video in detail. This was all about the autosomal recessive disorders, and we have to see that what are the differences between autosomal recessive and autosomal dominant disorders. So there is incomplete penetrance in autosomal dominant, but here is complete penetrance. There is new mutation, can be new mutation, but here new mutations are very rare. Here is no variable expressivity, but in autosomal dominant disorder there is variable expressivity. There mostly the structural proteins gets affected in autosomal dominant disorders, but here the functional proteins are affected mostly. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.